Hi, this is Learning Leopards, an educational website built for young learners. It's designed to make learning fun through interactive browser-based games. My partner and I were inspired by websites like abci.com, ABC Mouse, and other websites of that sort because they helped us grow up learning in an enjoyable way. But unfortunately, many of those platforms are outdated or packed with ads, which practically makes them unplayable now. So we set out to build a modern ad-free alternative that's accessible and fun for kids today. So as we go to learningleopards.netlify.app, that's the current URL of this website, we're greeted by this friendly leopard mascot, a search bar that we won't be using because there aren't too many games, and a cool carousel for you to go through. But again, there aren't too many games, so we can just easily scroll down to the all games section and click our first game, and we'll have that be the Emoji Internet Adventures. And what that is a safety guide of navigating the internet for kids. So we're given this prompt: Hi there, I'm Whiskers. This is Whiskers the cat, and I love exploring. I once shared my home address while playing an online game because I was so excited to make new friends. So Whiskers here practiced unsafe internet etiquette, and his mom will explain to him why that's wrong, why that's inappropriate, and what he's learned, which is the first rule, and that is to never share personal information. And the next animal is Buddy the puppy, and he says to never download things alone, and that is because he gave a virus to his computer. And it's a good tip for kids to follow because they don't want to accidentally give a virus to their computer. And the next is Hopscotch the bunny, and their rule is to not respond to bullies, which is a good practice tip for kids to follow. So back to the main website of ABC Learners. We can go to the next game that's actually relevant to games, unlike the first one, and that is Science Escape Lab. This is a game with 4 different topics meant for older kids to play, but the younger ones could play it as well. It has only 4 topics currently, which is cell bio, circuit engineering, chemical balancing, and DNA sequencing, and it's meant to model an escape room, but it's really just answering questions and understanding the topics, but in a more engaging way. So we're first met with a drag and drop. We're supposed to drag the organelles to their corresponding spots on the animal cell diagram. So we do that correctly, and we should answer every question correctly in order to move on to the next objective, which is the function questions, which is just answering a list of questions. And the third objective is a quiz to test our knowledge before moving on to the next topic. If we were to get a question wrong, however, we'd have to drag it back by clicking the button or clicking the incorrectly placed organelle and answer it correctly the next time. And this is also timed. Another game is Code Glitch Busters. Code Glitch Busters is for those with an inclination towards coding or those simply interested in playing the game. And here we met with a simple UI, Code Hero, Debug the Digital World, a fun little game for kids to debug code with their preferred language. And I'm going to go with Python for this example. And the first problem is that ingredient scaling fails due to missing function parameters. So we're supposed to look at this code over here. We can edit the code to test our debugging implementation. And that's what we should do. But for the sake of this example, I'll just test the answers here and see what happens if I get one wrong. Got one wrong. And you lose a life. You start with 3. I have 2 right now. And I'll get another one wrong. And I have 1 life left. So I'll use this. And I got them all wrong. And it gives you the correct answer if you have them all wrong. And the next topic is with variables. And this has a stock calculation fail due to variable scope issues. So we'll start this mission and we'll look at the code, see what's wrong with it. We can edit the code if you'd like, but I will not for this example. And we'll get one wrong, get another wrong, or sorry, get that one correct. And we're met with a green screen, and we level up. This is our experience points, and it's to gamify the process to make coding more enjoyable for kids. And we'll go back to the main website, and here we are. This is Learning Leopards. This is meant for kids ages 5 to 16, but all users are welcome of any ages. That's all.